Hello everyone, this is Asna from CC here. Today I'm going to explain my Python desktop application called Vibes. It's a music app built using Tinker for the interface, SQLite for saving user data, and VLC for playing song previews. The app also connects to online APIs like Discogs and Apple iTunes Search to fetch music. So let's get started with the first one. At the top I have import required libraries. First I import OS and set the VLC install path using this code. This is important so Python can find VLC DLL files on the Windows. Then I import VLC, which is the library I use to actually play audio in the app. After that I imported few standard libraries. So JSON is to store track info in a clean format inside the database. This one is for cleaning tests like save file names, and SQLite 3 is for the database. Hashlib is to hash passwords securely. Thread so API don't freeze the UI, and path is for file path handling. Data class for a clean track object. Data time and time for timestamp, stamps and delays. Furthermore, there's request for API calls, and finally Tkinter and its modules for the GUI like button, message box, and file picker. I also try importing Pillow to resize the avatar images, but if Pillow isn't installed, the app still works, but it won't preview the avatar image because like my desktop has some problem with installing the Pillow, so the app won't crash, but it will just don't preview the avatar image. Next comes the app configuration and constants. So I define contents like app name, which is Vibes, which is my app name, and then I locate the user app data dictionary and create folders for database, downloads, avatars, etc. Then I define API settings. There is Discogs base URL, user agent, and this one is optional. It's basically Discogs token from environment variables. After that I define the point system, so every 10 songs played is 5 points and downloading cost is 5 points. Then I define the mood categories called AI vibes. Each vibe has a keyword like chill, happy, gym, sad, love, and party. If the user doesn't pick one, the default vibe is chill. Next comes the helper function. Now I have helper functions. The first one converts the passwords into a secure hash, so I don't store real passwords. And save file name, it removes unsafe characters from the file names using regex. And next one, this track to JSON, it converts a track object into JSON text for storing in SQLite, which is a database. JSON to track, it converts the JSON back into the track object. And the last one generates a timestamp string. So these helpers, it keeps the code cleaner and reusable. Next comes the database connection and initialization. Then I define the DB function, which opens an SQLite database connection with a performance setting like wall mode and timeouts. So first one, table exists, check if the table exists, and table columns, check if the columns exist. Then init DB creates or upgrades the database tables. So user table stores name, email, password, hash, bio, avatar, path, points, and plate counts, etc. Playlist stores playlist per user. Playlist track stores JSON link to the playlist, and downloads stores fake download record with track JSON. It's fake because my app doesn't actually download the song in MP3 file, but like it just acts like it's downloading the song. So this part is designed so even if someone runs an old database, the code can still upgrade it safely. Next comes the database operations, which is the user and the points. Next are user related database functions. So here create user, it inserts a new user. Auth user, it verifies login by matching hashed password. Get user, it loads user information. Update bio and avatar updates the profile info. For the points, add play event increases plate count, and every 10 plays adds reward points. So spend points, it checks if the user has enough points before downloading the song, and refund point, it gives points back if the download fails or duplicates. Next comes the playlist logic. So then here I handle the playlist. Here list playlist shows users playlist, create playlist makes a new playlist, delete playlist deletes playlist and its track, add track to playlist, it stores the track JSON. Basically it stores the song in the playlist. List playlist tracks loads a track inside a playlist, it like we can play the song. And then remove playlist track, it deletes a track from the playlist, you can remove the song. And next is download logic. Then here are the download functions. So add download record, show adds a row into the downloads table. List download shows downloaded songs for user. Delete download, it removes and also deletes the real file if ever existed, but in my version of file the path is fake. So downloads are like saved in app rather than the real MP3 files. So API calls, Discogs plus iTunes I used here. So I connect these online APIs. The Discogs headers, it sets the header and optional token, and then comes the Discogs search release. It searches Discogs releases for metadata, and iTunes AI song, it calls the Apple iTunes search API to fetch real songs with the preview URL. So basically I use two APIs, one is Discogs and iTunes. So next comes a track item data class. I use a track item data class to represent a song with artist title preview URL. This makes track data consistent in the whole app. Next is the VLC audio engine. So I define the audio engine which wraps VLC. So in this one I create a VLC instance with audio only. Then set volume changes the volume safely. Stops the playback. Play URL, it streams a strong preview from the internet. Play file plays a local file through my app, mostly streams preview. Next is threading helper. So run in thread is important because API calls can be slow at times. So I run them in background thread and then safely update it to Tinker UI by using this root after code. So this prevents a freezing. Next is the styling session. So I define color style like them. Like my theme is pink background and buttons and card frames. So here the style TTK, it sets the global theme, fonts, button styles and color. And style list box, it styles the list box so they can match the design. Next is UI page and components. So this app is split into pages. So what are we dialog? This one is a pop-up explaining the points item. You can find pointed in the login page below the login button, and then comes the landing page, shows the app title button to go to or sign up, login, whatever it is, like first page displayed. And then sign up page, it takes a name, email, password, or sign up. It creates, basically it calls a create user, which is a code above, and it also handle errors like duplicate image. Then it's a login page, it takes email and password, it calls auth user, which is also above a code, and it logs in the user. Then main app tabs, after login the user enters app page, which contains the main layout. So there's sidebar with user info and navigation, and content area with tabs like home, profile, playlist, and download. So first is home view. It lets the user pick a vibe like chill or gym or party or whatever, and then it shows a Discog metadata on the left and iTunes AI picks on the right, and you can play stop, add to playlist, download buttons are also there. Next is profile view, so it shows user name, email, bio, and then lets user update bio and choose a profile picture of their own. And if pillow exits in the user's laptop, then it previews editor image. Next is playlist view, so it shows playlist and tracks, create and delete playlist, remove a track, play a selected track. And then this one is downloads view, so it shows downloaded records. Then it plays offline, means it streams the preview URL stored in track.json, so user can also delete downloads. Next is app page logic, so in app page I can manage everything, like this set user, which loads user home vibe and shows home tab. Then refresh user, it update sidebar info and profile page. Load home, it fetches Discogs and iTunes result using the thread. Play track, it plays song preview through VLC and updates points. And playlist method, it create, delete, load, add tracks, etc. And then the download method spends points. Then it also acts like it's delaying, and also it prevents duplicate downloads and refunds point if needed. There is router and main window. Next, then I built a simple router class to which switch places by hiding and showing frames. So the main window creates landing page, sign up, login, app page, and then it starts by showing the landing page. Finally, main run. So this one is to set up the database and start Tinter loop with this code, and that's the overall structure of my application. Thank you.